Hey guys, welcome to my budgeting video for my December 15th paycheck. It is currently the 17th. I had to think about that for a second, even though it's written right on the paper. It's currently the 17th, which is the Sunday, so still the same weekend as payday, so I don't feel like I'm, too far behind. As you can see, it's already all written out, like the same as my previous, however many budgets have been, because I'm still working on my ottoman, hence the fuzzy green blanket. And it's just sort of easier for me filming wise to go over it with you afterwards versus trying to record it while writing it out, because it's just not ideal right now. I do have a desk sort of partially a little bit set up, so hopefully I'll be using that maybe for the next paycheck. We shall see. So my starting balance was $2,190.70. Mom had sent me some money that I had mentioned in the previous video, so I pulled out $500, which was the money that she had sent me, so it's not involved in the actual sorting of the budget here. Then I pulled out half a month's rent, so that's $650. On Tuesday, my SUV payment goes out, that's $266.72, and I paid $60 to my cell phone bill. That leaves me with $713.98. So now we get into the various sinking funds. $67 goes to my SUV insurance, $14 to my tenant insurance, $15 to my tech sinking fund, $40 to travel, $40 to dragon boating and presents, $40 into my emergency fund, and that leaves me with $497.98. My minimum payment right now is my line of credit, so the minimum payment, that sentence made no sense. The minimum payment on my line of credit right now is $324.29. I always pay whatever the minimum payment is because I make that payment every single paycheck. So most months I make it twice. This month, because I have 3 paychecks this month, I'll make it 3 times. So it it's fine that it's just the minimum payment, because overall in the span of the month I'm doubling it. Putting $200 onto my BMO card, let's go back. $200 onto the BMO card, which is putting me into the negative by $26.31. And then I dig the hole deeper by putting $100 onto my Visa card, which puts me at negative $126.31. So then I pull from the money from Mom, $126.31, to bring me to a 0 balance. So the money from Mom, she gave me $500. I used $126.31, leaving me with $373.69. I'm going to pull $150 for the cash envelopes, and that's going to leave me with $223.69. So that amount is actually going to be my remaining balance in the bank account, not the 0. And let's just hope nothing happens and that I don't dip into it. I also have a WordPress domain for a blog that I haven't written on in forever, but I keep it because I hope to get back to writing onto it on a regular basis. So yearly I have to pay $23.70 to renew the domain, and that charge went through to my Visa, so I moved the $23.70 from my tech sinking fund to the Visa, since that is one of the purposes of the tech sinking fund. It also pays for my Norton and my Microsoft 365 renewals. And then on the flip side of this, I just wrote down the money that's going into the cash envelope. So 50 for gas, 50 for fun/miscellaneous, and 50 for food, so 150 total, which is not my normal cash envelope contributions, as you all know, but I don't have enough money to actually contribute without going into the money Mom left me, so I'm being very minimalistic here. Yeah, there's some things that I have to figure out. One of them is the digital cash envelopes. I didn't put money in them last paycheck because I hadn't really used them the previous paycheck, and I had to figure out what the hell was going on with them, but I didn't figure out what the hell is going on with them. There's still a confusion to me, but then clearly I used them, but I didn't use them on the categories that make up the cash envelopes. Not really. I know I did some grocery shopping, so that's fine, but Striker's money from the cash envelopes is pretty much gone, but except for some cat litter, I didn't buy him stuff, so his money shouldn't have been that negatively affected. And there's 40 something ish dollars left in the not the sinking funds, in the cash envelope account, and I don't know, it's all confusion. I think it's because I ended up taking Ubers to a couple of my physio appointments, and the Uber is directly connected to that card, so it automatically pulled from there, and I just sort of didn't take that into account when I used them, but I didn't really have a choice either. I wasn't well enough to be driving myself, and I had to get to my appointment, and that Uber is connected to that card, which is maybe something I should change. Yeah, and my other thing I need to figure out is my BMO card. So I only have it because last year around this time, they sent me an email offering me a BMO credit card with a deal where any credit card debt from a different institution that I transferred over, I would only have to pay 0.99% on the balance transfer. And so I did that, figuring even if I don't pay off the entire amount that I put over to it, I'm still paying less interest as I'm paying that money down. And then my original intent was to, when that promotion ended, move that balance back over to Scotia, which is where I do the bulk of my banking, and put it onto my line of credit because that has a lower interest rate than credit cards, and sort of, play the system a little bit, I suppose. But so like that promotion has ended, so now that credit card is charging me like regular credit card interest, which is like what, 22.9% or something utterly ridiculous. But I'm wondering if I won't just leave the balance that's on that card anyways, and just keep paying it down, because I literally never use that card for anything other than just holding that debt as I pay it down. So even though I'm now getting charged quite a bit more interest on it than I was, if I still keep making $200 payments per paycheck on it, it's still going to get paid down faster than I think if I move it over to the line of credit, and then the line of credit keeps getting the Visa balance dumped on it when the Visa gets out of hand, because the Visa, like, I pay it off, but then I use it for something, and then I pay it off because I think, oh, the line of credit has lower interest, and it's like this ever revolving cycle that's like not great. Whereas the BMO card is a little bit out of that cycle because I don't use the BMO card for anything. So it's literally just the balance as I pay it off. And I think it might be smarter to just leave that money, like that debt, separated and just keep diligently paying it off like I have been, and just, be very much aware of the fact that I am paying interest on it now. So my $200 payments that I make are really only making like $150 of difference. No, more like 140, I think, because I think interest was 60 something dollars on this last statement. But it's still better, I think, than moving that debt over to Scotia and putting it onto my line of credit. Is it? I don't know. This is where I get confused, because the line of credit does have a high minimum payment right now, but it does also have a lower interest rate. So maybe overall it would be cheaper if I moved it over. I really don't know. This is not my strong suit, so I kind of have to guess. For now, I'm going to leave it sitting on the BMO card and just keep diligently paying off the BMO card, and think of it as like a separate entity than all of the rest of the math chaos that I have created at Scotiabank. And at some point, I really am going to sit down and figure out those cash envelopes, and just see what I can get sorted. But for now, for this paycheck, this is done. It is complete. It's not great by any means, but it's done, and all my bills are paid, and all my sinking funds have their contributions made to them, and that's really all that I can say about it. So yeah, it is the lead up for me for Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, you're probably in slight panic mode, the same as most people, because you realize you don't have that many days and you have way more things to get done than you have time. So yeah, it's just that time of year, right? But yeah, holidays abound. Various things are being celebrated. So whatever you celebrate, I hope you have a lovely season and a great time with your traditions and your yummy foods and your family and your friends and just everything that you do to celebrate around this time of year. I hope everybody's budgets are going really well, and that they're going better than mine, far, far better than mine. I cannot wait until I have to stop taking so many sick days because of my concussion and my paychecks are back up to normal, because that will make a world of difference in my budget, because I'm missing over $300 every paycheck because of this stupid concussion, and it's financially killing me, not so slowly. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get healthy. We'll all have hopefully a really great 2024. And we'll see what we can accomplish. I say that as if we don't still have one more pay period in this year, because I do. Anyways, I have a third paycheck in December, so I'll be back before 2024. So let's, I suppose, get all nostalgic about 2023 and hopeful for 2024 then. For now, just, enjoy the holidays. If you get a couple days off, I hope you have fun with them. Eat all the food and stay safe. Bye.